Would you look at this sucker right here? A 6-foot guard from Georgetown University, number 3, Allen Iverson. What is going on, Sambo Nation? Holy shit. Samboner Mick got a new microphone for Christmas. Are you kidding me? Not for long media coming through in the clutch. I have no idea what I am holding in my hand, but I'm going to tell you right now, this sucker feels like my voice is vibrating. Like, sexy, dexy, sexy, dexy. Man alive, Sambo Nation, what is going on? Hope everybody had an unbelievable Christmas. Hope everybody's having a great, great holiday season. For all my Jewish friends out there celebrating Hanukkah and basically saying, you know what? Everybody else is going to celebrate Christmas, and I'm going to go travel around the country. I'm going to go to Florida. I'm going to go to Utah. I'm going to go to California. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. It's like, man alive. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Skip state, why don't we? Because there's nothing like getting out of Pennsylvania for a couple days to clear your head. Sambo Nation, holy shit. Winding down another year for the ages. I'm going to try to keep this short. I'm going to try to keep this sweet. Didn't really have much intention to drop a final podcast of the 2023 year, but I'm here for you, Sambo Nation. Can't thank you enough. I'll say it till I'm blue in the face for all the love and support. It has been one hell of a year. I don't even know where to begin, but without further ado, just want to give a big thanks to the Not For Long media team for helping with all the production, Jack in the back, Colin and Jay Brad and all you guys, just everything you do to help support Mick and the Samboners and the Samboner show. Again, can't thank you enough. Shout out to our good friends at the original Fudge Kitchen, shipping fudge all over the country, chocolate, vanilla. Look, there is no better time to get your fudge game on, fudgekitchen.com. Appreciate all the love and support. Sambo Nation, it's always a good day for a little fudge action. And some of the new sponsors that came into the play for here in the month of December. Just a quick shout out to my good friends over in Westchester, Pizza Westchester, Steaks Westchester. Had the opportunity to finally get out to Steaks Westchester, and I was like blown away. Not blown away. I won't say that I'm blown away. I think that the cheesesteak game has continued to evolve, but I also think that it's kind of come to a screeching halt, like where to get creative, where to improvise. I don't know if we've hit kind of that peak in terms of the seeded roll and the Cooper Sharp cheese and the ribeye. Look, like anybody can make a good cheesesteak, but if you're slinging some real good, unique bread like Spear is over at Steaks Westchester, it puts that like little unique twist on. And again, I bring up Loretta's Cafe because this guy's shipping rolls in from New York, and then he's throwing the Cooper Sharp. So it's kind of a combination of like a New York Philly cheesesteak. You saw Danny head up to New York himself and partner with Bradley Cooper and do a little Danny and Coops action. But that said, he shipped his own bread in from Philadelphia. So look, what's to come in 2024 in terms of the cheesesteak game? That's either here nor there. But at the end of the day, Sambo Nation, we're going to continue to keep on Samboning. Hope you keep on Samboning too. It's a beautiful, beautiful time to be a Samboner. Last but not least, shout out to our good friends at Hank Sauce. Use the Sambone code Sambone or the product code Sambone. Appreciate all the love and support there. Like, pretty freaking cool to see, some of the, the faithful here, chime in with some Hank Sauce. What a great gift for the holidays. What a great gift at any time, basically birthdays, weddings, you name it. Nice little 4-pack, 6-pack, 8-pack. Hanks is doing it right. Continue to smash that product code Sambone. Can't thank you enough for all. Again, I'm not going to continue to keep saying that, but like I'm trying to reflect on the year, Sambo Nation. Like I'm practically winging this, right? But the Samboners is just one of those unbelievable, like-minded. I keep saying cold, not cold, but like cultish, like strong community following. Like the amount of Samboner debuts that we had here in 2023 will just continue to knock your socks off. Like I get overwhelmed at times. Like there's obviously, the New Year's buzz, and then there's the summer buzz, and then there's that like post-summer lull, and then things start to pick up again during the holidays. But man alive, Sambo Nation, the debuts keep flying in. Love to see all the new beautiful faces popping on here. One just last night from my good friend in CI. Holy shit, Liam. Dropped the mic, Sambone. I'll post that sucker later. But dude, keep on Samboning, baby. Let's get it in 2024. man, just it is cool just to look back on the months. Wing month kicked off 2023 with wing month. Who's going to be able to take down Union Jacks? I think we're going to roll wing month right back in January of 2024 because it's just one of those foods, those finger licking foods that we all like to, kind of bring out our competitive spirit and embrace just who's got the best, who doesn't. There's a lot of good spots over in South Jersey. There's a lot of good spots, gems in Philadelphia. There's a lot of gems right out here in the Montgomery County, Delco, Bucks area. So at the end of the day, quest for the best wings is alive and well. And I'm thinking somebody needs to take down my near and dear friend, Union Jack. Shout out to Annie. You guys continue to crush it. Union Jack's great spot right here in Glenside, Pennsylvania. Ardsley, Roslyn, North Hills, Dresher, you name it. Bunch of small towns just sitting here all collided into one. And Union Jack's happens to have the best wings in all of the Sambonerhood. We had Sambones, at weddings, on wedding days. We had post-wedding Sambones, blackout Sambones, 3 o'clock in the morning Sambones, international Sambones. People are Samboning all up and down the East Coast, West Coast, middle of the country. I think, you know what? I take that back. I don't think we have hit all 50 states, Sambo Nation, but I'm pretty sure we're damn close. I got to add these up, and I'm thinking we're right around that 40 mark. I don't think we've hit like South Dakota, North Dakota, Iowa. Maybe we do. Maybe we have a Sambone in Iowa. What the fuck would anybody Sambone in Iowa? Iowa Samboner. Speaking of which, man, I gotta clear the air here, right? I got an ex-boss. I think he's a fucking farmer somewhere in Iowa. I don't really know what his story is. Just a journeyman that has kind of hit the telecom ranks from one carrier to the next carrier. I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to shake it up, rattle it up, roll it up, blah, blah, blah. And like, I got a bone to pick, right? And maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I am wrong. But this individual, and I'm not going to drop any name, but this individual is someone that I had the pleasure to work with for about 3-4 months, roll up my sleeves with, do some one-on-ones with, try to get real strategic with. And he was smart. The guy knows what he's talking about, very well connected in the industry. But, lo and behold, him and his new leadership decided to shake up the sales force. They didn't necessarily see a good fit for the Philadelphia marketplace. And I was managing accounts out in Ohio and just out of in the central region. It really did not make much sense. But that said, I was one of the top performers at the company. At the time, I think I was ranked 6th from a revenue producing standpoint out of 30 reps. Felt like I was doing good. It was up and down. It was a struggle, working for a company out of Chicago and trying to sell into the Philadelphia marketplace. It was hard, right? But at the end of the day, I did everything I could to be very successful and drive revenue for this company. And that said, after working with some guy for only 3-4 months, and he let me go, or he let us go, and have the nerve. And again, if it's a group text, but I had to reply back because I didn't know who this guy was. But Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, my ass, honestly, because I don't know who you are. I don't know your family. I don't know where you come from. But to text me Merry Christmas after only working with me for 3-4 months, not really getting a good understanding of who I am and what I'm all about. And then at the end of the day, I didn't even know who it was. So I text back, who is this? And he drops his name rather than just saying, you know what, disregard, right? Disregard. Why am I sending a Merry Christmas text message to somebody that I fired, right? So at the end of the day, I mean it, man. I really do mean it. Do me a favor and go fuck yourself. And as a matter of fact, while you're at it, grab a 1,000 meg internet circuit and stick it right up your ass. Because that's how I felt on Christmas morning or the day after Christmas, dude. Seriously, what a fucking tool bag, what a douchebag. And I'm gonna say it right there. That's just how I feel. I'm gonna get it off my chest. I'm gonna get back to the grind here, the Samboner Nation grind. God, what else? What else would happen here? Taking a sip of my coffee, Samboners. Sorry, this podcast sucks right now. No, it doesn't. It doesn't suck. That's a little shit like that just pisses me off, man. Really, it's just like you're fake, man. These fucking people are so spineless. And I've met so many good people along the way, and there's so many good people that I could talk about. But at the end of the day, there's always that 10, 15, 20% of corporate America people that are just absolutely spineless. At the end of the day, they don't give a fuck who they're working for. It could be any badge. Comcast, Verizon, AT&T, this, that, and the other thing. But at the end of the day, they're spineless. They're fake. They put on a different act. And I've probably been there before myself. It's kind of an act. Sales is an act, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I'm fucking selling probably the worst goddamn network in the entire country, but I gotta sell it to make money and put food on the table for my family. But at the end of the day, the company sucks, man. This company sucks. Their customer support sucks. Their structure sucks. Their network sucks. So fuck me right to go this, honestly. My God, let's talk about something better though. Let's talk about the good times, right? Oh man, like Sambo Nation. Let's talk about the summer of 2023. And we got very creative. At the beginning of the year, we decided to roll out a calendar. But at the end of the day, like I like to be quick and nimble, and I like to, kind of be just kind of like audibles, right? It's all about pulling audibles, right? You got to live in the moment, right? So in the summer, we decided to shake it up. I think summer of 2022, we did like pretty much all wild card month. Summer of 2023, we did a little grilling season, right? Which was great because I had to live down I didn't have to live down there for the first time ever. I decided to live in Sea Isle City for the summer. And we picked up ourselves one of those little Blackstones. You know what I'm saying? Blackstones action. Yeah, I was buying on that Blackstone until about 3 months went by, and it's kind of one of those things. Like I don't know, man. It's kind of like a pain in the ass. At the end of the day, it's cool to make cheesesteaks, chicken cheesesteaks. You throw Sam Juniors out there, they make the pancakes and some other breakfast meats. Real straightforward, real easy. Get out of the house, doesn't stink up the house. But at the end of the day, like I don't know. It's a pain in the balls. And that Blackstone in Sea Isle, by the way, was basically tipped over in a storm. It's laying in the back bay. It's all rusted up. It's completely trashed. And I probably will not be looking at the Blackstone here in 2023 or 2024 summer. But dude, there's just something to be said about Sea Isle City and just hanging out on the back deck, getting in your beach time. Samboning, breakfast sandwiches from Mrs. Brizzle's or making your own. And then we fired up back in July. We fired up beer month. And then we just, at the end of the day, like come August, what a great call. Shout out Fried On, Sambone the Shore. Like, and I was going to roll out Wildcard, but Sambone the Shore is absolutely legendary. And I think moving forward, come summer, that's exactly what we'll be doing. We'll just be Sambone the Shore. There's so many options. There's no limitations. We can continue to crush it. You know me. I mean, I love to just get to the beach and party it up there for 6-7 hours, looking back on just legendary games of Washers, the year end or the summer end Washers tournament. Took a little top 10 action there. Got completely gypped. Oh my God, my partner was awesome. Shout out to Erin, the highest female finisher in the Washer tournament. I think of 160 people. So, dude, that is an awesome event for an awesome cause, raising money for the Shriners there, and looking forward to that in 2024. That was one of the best highlights of the year. And then just kind of stumbling right through the summer months, we hunker down. We get back to the basics. The Phils are making an unbelievable run at the pennant. We fire up hoagie month. We fire up cheesesteak month. We fire up hot roast pork month. And, unfortunately, early November, like early October, late October, I'm fucked up with the dates here. Excuse my French Samboners. I got a potty mouth, I know. But the Philadelphia Phillies, man, what a debacle. You can't forget it, right? It still stings to this day. Back bar, I'm looking at the 2008 World Series flag, and we had a shot in 2022, and we had, and 2023, just like, oh my God, like that will suck the living heart out of you. And it's funny, like what exactly happened is the question, right? Like the wheels fell off in a way. Like we went out to Arizona, we decided not to take batting practice. I'm not going to say that that's the root cause of why our bats just went to sleep, but like what exactly happened? Like, is this a Philadelphia thing? And I don't think really many people have talked about this, right? It is not easy being a Samboner. It is not easy being a Philadelphia sports fan. Like at a point, we were essentially doomed, right? There was that whole conspiracy theory on the statue of William Penn and him being blocked by his vantage view of the sports complex. I don't know all the details there, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, if that makes any sense. Again, track 3, Archbishop Wood shot out. But at the same time, what happened, right? And it's just like, it's a mystery. Like, this was the hottest team in baseball. This was one of the greatest teams in baseball. Like, we saved Trey Turner by not booing him, but Bryce Harper completely going off, Castellanos completely going off, Aaron Nola, Zach Wheeler, like that 1-2 punch tandem. Like that's, dude, we were so primed to win the World Series, and it all went downhill. And here we are. Now we're crawling along, and I'm just trying to kind of break down the year. And there's a ton of highlights, and I know I'm missing a million of them. And pounding a beer with Jason Kelsey obviously was one of them. And I wish maybe he would get back to drinking right now. I think that I think they should all start to drink. And I'm jumping ahead because the what I'm trying to get at here, Samboners, is like, are we looking at another just like Philadelphia sports collapse in your Philadelphia Eagles? Now, shout out to quick pause here. You know what? Oh my God. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what is going on with your Philadelphia Eagles? Like, this is one of the most interesting like developments. Like, we were knocking the doors off of people, and then obviously late stretch with those games against the Bills, we didn't look like great, but we came out on top. We won. Same thing with the Dallas at home, same thing with the 49ers at home. Like, we didn't look great, but we won the game, right? But then, like, oh no, I fucked that up, we lost to the Niners. Holy shit. But you get where I'm going, right? We're in a situation right now where the wheels are starting to fall off. And I'm afraid that this team just doesn't have like chemistry, like the right chemistry. And that's what it's all about. Like, we need to be high-fiving and bumping on the sidelines, on the field. Like Nick Sirianno, like, dude, he's got emotions. What do you want? Like, dude, you saw Sean McVay. Look at his emotions when they won the World Series back in what, like 2017, 18, or even later, 2020? I forget. Dude, I'm clueless. I mean, at the end of the day, I shouldn't even be holding this mic. I'm just a Samboner, but someone's got to do it. And there's something to be said about this team and like the lack of chemistry on and off the sidelines. And like, that's at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. Like, are you best friends with Jalen Hurts and vice versa? Or is there some sort of cancer laying in this clubhouse? Like, could you freaking imagine? Because like, dude, we laying 12.5 points on Christmas Day against the New York Football Giants. Did I even just say that? The New York Football Giants. I think I want to throw up after just saying New York Football Giants. The New York Giants, right? They're just another team. They're not the Dallas Football Cowboys or whatever. God, what does the national media do with these two teams? It's sickening. But like, come on, man. Laying 12.5 points and you struggle to put that game away. Like, what kind of nonsense happened in the beginning of that second half? And that was a big time momentum shift, and really just kept New York in that game throughout the entire. But like, this team continues to regress from the start to the finish, and then towards the end, win or lose, they look exhausted on the sidelines. They don't look like they're having any fun. Look, I get it. Like, Jalen Hurts is a different breed. And I may have made like some really oddball comment 5-6 weeks ago about him maybe having like demons. He just like, it just doesn't have any emotions. And I try to compare somebody from the past who also didn't have any emotions. And the only comparison I have is Joe Montana. But at the end of the day, like, at least Joe Montana would like fire up a cigarette, walk over to his head coach, and have a good conversation about what they need to do in the fourth quarter. But like, there's just zero out of this guy. And I know he has it. I know he has that it factor. 4 or 5 weeks ago, we were talking about Jalen Hurts as basically the leading MVP candidate right there with Patrick Mahomes. And now those two guys, 3-4 weeks later, even coming off a win, are on the outside looking in. Look, I get it. MVP is not exactly what it's all about, but it's cool to have an MVP candidate to root for. But in this week-to-week league, I'm afraid we don't know anymore what exactly we are going to get. We are like, what was that play that the Giants were on? That sexy Dexy play? Like, we're not. Like, we're not sexy anymore. Like, this team has all the ability to be very, very sexy. We have so much talent. Oh my God, AJ Brown, Levante Smith, Dallas Goddard, DeAndre Swift, Jalen Hurts. Our offensive line is absolutely stick. I'll tell you what's sexy Dexy though, man. Like, just an off the beaten path story. I'm walking my dog on Christmas morning, the day after Christmas morning, and this guy, dude, Wesley Pooh, he's got a girlfriend. He really does. Like, it's interesting. Like, he's very friendly with all the dogs all throughout the neighborhood, but there's one in particular dog over here. They are in love with each other. They are in love with each other. Like, it is love at true sight. Love at true sight? No, love at first sight. Man alive. You suck at this shit. Hold on. Speaking of which, there's a dog taking a shit on my front yard as we speak right now. But like, what's the story real quick with dogs? Like, why do they always sniff each other's asses, or maybe like give each other a little lick on the you-know-what, like a little lollipop action? Like, I'm looking at Wesley. I'm looking at this other dog like, damn, man, this is some serious shit right now. Whoo, where did I just go with this? Were we just talking about the Philadelphia Eagles? I think we were. We were just talking about the Eagles, and here I am talking about dogs in the neighborhood sucking each other off. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. I don't know what happened to me. I really don't. But let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to what we are here for, Sambo Nation. It's another year for the ages. We're going to wrap it up in style. Christmas Day was fun, though. I will say, like, I do sell the whole Christmas or the Eagles on Christmas Day, but at the end of the day, like, it was fun. Like, we had it cranking. Everybody was hooting and hollering. People were having fun. Kids were opening up gifts. No one was really paying attention to the game, but really, like, myself, Uncle John, shout out to Herbie. And at the end of the day, like, I'm a diehard, right? Uncle John's a diehard. Shows up to Christmas Day wearing a Jason Kelsey jersey. Like, that's absolutely legendary. We were firing back the Stellas. We were firing back the Millers. We were cranking into the Crown and Gingers. And the rest was history. And right, at the end of the day, a win is a win. But we got to figure it out, and I'll leave it with that. We have to figure it out because I'm sick and tired of every single week, whether it's Sirianni or Jalen Hurts, or Levante Smith or AJ Brown or Jalen Hurts or I'm sorry, Jason Kelsey. Like, we're not consistent. We're not playing our best football. We're not bringing it all together. Like this is a broken freaking record, dude. A broken freaking record. Like, say something different. Like, I don't know, maybe start thinking more positively. Like, I'm sick of this message after every single game, whether we win or lose. So I'm going to get off my little Eagles soapbox. Let's talk about something positive. Let's talk about our good friends over at Pete's Famous Pizza and Moustaki Authentic Gyros. Two separate companies, same owners, Pete, Gus. Shout out to Pete and Gus. These guys continue to crush it. Appreciate all the love and support. Both awesome franchise opportunities. The Pete's main site is right there in Logan Square. They also have the Moustaki Authentic Gyro right there in Logan Square. I've had 5 or 6 people come back to me and say, Mick, you're not kidding. Love that place. Great recommendation. They're continuing to crush it. Just opened up Moustaki just opened up a new location in Logan. I'm sorry, not Logan Square. Fishtown, great little town. You gotta love Fishtown. And there's some awesome franchise opportunities tied to both Moustaki and Pete's. These guys are doing it right with all the right ingredients, the Sarcone rolls, et cetera, et cetera. So if you have interest, you reach out to me. I'll put you in contact with those guys. Pete and Gus, love you and appreciate all the love and support. And, here we go, man. Here we go. Like, what's today? 12/28, probably the worst podcast that I've ever dropped in my entire life. But at the same time, I'm out here, I'm grinding, I'm burnt, and it's a beautiful time to be a Samboner. And, these are the best days, I think, in the world. Like, these are, I always talk about the best days of the year. I think the day after Christmas and the day after that are the 2 best days of the year, because it's like the only day or 2 where we like feel comfortable shutting down. Like, I'm still productive. We still make our phone calls and we still get our shit in order. But like, the day after Christmas is a complete shutdown. Like, if anybody tries to call you and do anything for that matter, like, they're ridiculous, really. Like, dude, get off your high horse for a second. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Give me a fucking break. Who are you, dude? Who are you? But like, it's one of those days where you just lay around, you play with your presents if you're a kid, you put on some movies, whether it's some classics or movies that you haven't seen before. You order your Chinese food or eat your leftovers, and that's just exactly what we're doing here in the Sambonerhood. But now it's Thursday. And we're ready to fire up another holiday. Happy New Year weekend. Got a traditional run to New York, Madison Square Garden. Night 2 of a 4-night fish run. All my fish friends out there, I know you probably think I'm crazy, but it's the best experience of all time. And I can't be more pumped to go to New York and the Madison Square Garden show. Night 2 of the four-run fish show, Friday night. Oh my God, we're gonna be rocking and rolling, Jamboners. Jambone it, baby. All right, here we go. All right, so we're off. We got the bowl season. I'm not into the bowls. I'm not really into the bowl games. I really am not. But we'll make some picks. We'll make some picks for the Final Four and the Penn State game. Other than that, I cannot get behind these bowl games unless you got a couple bucks on them. There's just nothing to root for. I mean, unless you have like a family member in the game of some sort. But like, I just cannot get behind these bowl games for what it's worth. But we'll dial it down on Saturday and we'll watch the Penn State Ole Miss game. I think for the most part, Penn State had a good season. Unfortunately, they just cannot compete against the Ohio States and the Michigans of the world. And I hate to say it, but look out for Nebraska, man. Nebraska just signed the number 1 top prospect in the country. Quarterback that was likely headed to Georgia and decided to, you know what, I'm going to take my talent to Nebraska and play with Coach Rule, and shout out to Coach Shawnee Patton. Big things to come for Nebraska. And I'm telling you right now, like Penn State, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. I don't know. I don't think Franklin's the guy, long term. I think it's time to shake it up again. I don't think he has that Joe Paterno-esque 30, 35-year run in him. So I would say they shake it up in the short period. I could be wrong, though. So let's go look into the bowl games, right? The Final 4 games on New Year's Day. Michigan versus Alabama. Michigan -1.5. And Texas, Washington -4. All right, real quick. Here we go. My triple bowl game. No, let's try this again. Triple bowl game pick brought to you by Hank Saw. Let's try this one more time, Samboners. I'll tell you what, this is not easy. This shit is not easy. Like, you tried doing it, honestly. All right, bowl game pick brought to you by Hag Sauce. Use the product code SAMBONE. We're going to go Penn State -4.5 over Ole Miss. We're going to go Michigan -1.5 over Alabama. Outright, Michigan takes it home against Alabama. We're also going to go Texas -4 against Washington. Your championship bowl game will be Michigan versus Texas, and Michigan will take it down. I just think that there's something to be said about that team. Absolutely dominating the Big Ten, one of the best conferences of the year, in my opinion. Michigan is your national championship winner. There, that's it. That's all I got, Sambone Nation. Maybe some New Year's resolutions. What do you want to do in 2024, Sambone Nation? You want to live? You want to love? You want to laugh? You want to lose some weight? You want to go for some runs? You want to take care of your body? All I need to tell you right now, Sambone Nation, is I'm going to keep on Sambone and need you to keep on Sambone. Now, yeah, let's be healthy, right? There's ways around it. People think that, like, man, alive, you eat a lot of sandwiches, but you look all right, right? I walk my dog 4 or 5 miles a day. I hit the bag maybe a half hour, 45 minutes a day. We're lifting, we're grinding, we're eating, we're sleeping, we're moving. Like, that's what it's all about. This is a grind. Life is a fucking grind, Samboners. It doesn't come easy. It really doesn't. The last couple of years have not been easy for this Samboner. But I know for one thing's for shit sure, we're going to keep pounding against this wall. We're going to keep hammering day in, day out. Couldn't be more pumped. For 2024. So, yeah, we are going to be living. We are going to be laughing. We are going to be loving. Oh, I love those signs. Oh, my God. Live, love, laugh. But, like, moving forward, Samboner show, we are going to continue to evolve here. Might shake it up in the new year, get back to the Mondays with Mick, start bringing on all different types of different guests here. Call to the Bullpen is an absolute fun time, bringing some of you Samboners on. But who would you like to see in the new year? If you haven't listened to the last episode with Danny from Angelo's, man alive, just give yourself 30 minutes. This guy is an absolute legend, and it's just a pleasure to talk to him on a regular basis. We've had Tony Luke in the past. We had a little Tom McCarthy action. Who else was on there? man, yeah, not enough guests, really. There's just not enough guests, but we're cutting our teeth here. We're doing what we can. It ain't easy being a Samboner. At the end of the day, I'm just a regular Joe like you, like you and me and whoever else, and that's what it's all about. Somebody's got to do it, right? Somebody's got to do it. Sambone Nation. That's it. I fucking love you guys, man. I really do. I know I'm a fucking loser sometimes and get real, like, I don't know, like sensitive. I just like, I get emotional, right? I firmly believe this is one of the greatest things going right now. And I can't thank you guys enough for all the love and support. And I'll just say it one more time. I'm going to keep on Samboning and hope you keep on Samboning too. Hopefully I didn't run you off the road this year. I tried to keep it cool today. But, with that said, happy New Year, and I look forward to seeing you in 2024. Samboner out.
Pop that Sambone, and baby, it's on. Driving 45 minutes just to grab a bite. Know that it's worth it when the neon's in sight. My mouth starts to water, my knees get weak. I post it up on Insta so that everyone can see. And I put in my order, set up my phone, clear me a table line.